Good morning, everyone. Here we are. It's the Fruit Nut News. On, of course, today, of course, is the 18th of the 3rd, 2025. So we are now officially the 18th. It's after the 17th and just before the 19th. Now, if you can get your head around that, that's very, very much appreciated. So, good morning, everyone. It's a little bit early. I've got a shitload of shit to do today. Jason Thomas is in, Ireland's in, Sue Allen's in, Diane Williams is in, Sharon Young's in, Nina's in, Tracy Bradshaw's in, Denise is in, and Kira's in as well. So, good morning, everyone. Here we are. Interesting day today. We did tell you, look, what we got? Oh, let's start at the top, shall we? Let's start at the top. Eric Cantona, former Man United, apparently he's now going to become a pop singer. Fucking absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Meanwhile, Hugh Edwards is back in the limelight. Hugh Edwards is back in the limelight. Very interesting. Now, Elton John, of course, I'm not quite sure about Elton. He's, I don't know, he's a bit weird. But anyway, Elton John apparently is aiding Brooklyn Beckham. Now, I'm not quite sure, but I think that Elton John is godfather to Brooklyn Beckham. I think. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that at all. Yeah, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So, we'll wait and see. Now, Eric Cantona, of course, was the karate expert back in the day at a Manchester United game. I don't know whether you remember this. He did like a flying sidekick on somebody. I don't know whether they were heckling him or something. I can't remember the story. And then meanwhile, of course, Elton John. I mean, this is the ultimate traitor. Now, many people will, of course, be in awe of Elton John, in regards to Princess Diana. What they don't realise is that this is the ultimate traitor move. We've all seen it on the TV programme, etc., etc., etc. Elton is the ultimate traitor. Candle in the wind. What a fucking wanker. What a wanker. He was there just to take the piss. And most people fell for it. It was a satanic ritual, and he was massively, massively involved in it. Very interesting. Now, got beautiful weather today. Last night was incredible in the skies. I'll talk about that in a minute. But incredible stuff happening in the skies last night. If you do get the chance to look up. And in the night sky, especially when it's clear, you will see a massive amount of activity. Anyway, we'll come back to that. But according to the weather, apparently Arctic winds will be coming in from Jupiter, Mars, and Saturn, plus Alaska, Saturday, Sunday. Very interesting. Now, William and Kate, of course, are professing this modern economy, taking selfies and, taking pictures of their own fucking shoes and clothes. And, of course, having a family selfie, with beans on toast, etc., etc. So, meanwhile, of course, King Charles is taking open prayers at Trafalgar Square with, of course, Sadiq Khan. So Sadiq Khan, as you well know, has been openly taking the knee and praying with the Caliphate boys in London. And it's reported that the king will join them after, of course, the king did open prayers at Buck Palace. Now, let me sort of, King Charles, of course, is now openly a Muslim. And if you didn't know that, he converted a while ago, actually. So in actual fact, he's actually breaking the law because the king of England, or the monarchy, should we say, man or woman, should align themselves with, of course, with Christian values and the Christian church. Now, the point about this is where is the religion in all of this? Why aren't the religious people calling this out? Because this is, of course, breaking the law. Very interesting. Very interesting. So we'll wait and see. Now, the godfather of I think it's the Kinno clan cartel, apparently Irish gangsters. Now, the Sun newspaper apparently have tracked down this man to Dubai, where he's been taking selfies in restaurants and putting them, doing it like a review for the restaurant. So this is actually quite interesting. So my question is, if the Sun newspaper can actually track down a cartel member in Dubai in a restaurant, having, some food, where is our British intelligence service, or should we say Mossad service? Where are they? Why can't they track down these people? Well, of course, as you well know, these people are the intelligence service. Very interesting. Anyway, now going to Corrie. For all you Corrie fans, Bev Callard is coming back onto Corrie. She's apparently had cancer, I don't know, making a return at 68 years old. Our sort of like words of advice is listen, Bev, just stop it now. Like, just, I don't know what you need to do, but just, let's just give it a rest. But of course, when you're bought and paid for, of course, you have to do what you're told. Very interesting. Now, what else have we got? Now, meningitis, apparently, we've had the mum of the meningitis woman situation come on. Now, apparently she said, my daughter shared an e-cigarette at a nightclub and got meningitis. Little bit of an iffy story, that one, but anyway, we will of course wait and see. We will of course wait and see. So, yes, let's wait and see on that one. Meanwhile, of course, Rachel, the calculator from, of course, the Corporation City of London, has done a few calculations, and she's now worked out that she's going to cozy up with the EU in, of course, a Brexit betrayal mood. Very interesting. I think Rachel needs to do a bit of a rethink. But as you well know, Rachel is bought and paid for. There you go. What else have we got? Now, many people will recognise the word conspiracy theorist. Now, this was basically a let's not forget that the word conspiracy theorist was a word that was invented, and it was pushed very, very hard by, of course, the CIA. Now, what the reason that this was, of course, was because a conspiracy theorist is someone that that basically recognizes patterns, notice body language, actually see shapeshifters, smell the bullshit, and, of course, join the dots together. Now, of course, if you are a conspiracy theorist, it's not a conspiracy. It's actually the truth. Unfortunately, the powers that be try to hide that behind the word conspiracies. Conspiracy theorist is a term that I wouldn't say it strikes fear in the hearts of normal people, because it doesn't. They just follow the narrative, but it certainly strikes fear in, of course, the hearts of the controllers. And as you well know, they try to suppress that as much as they can. Unfortunately, there are a lot of conspiracy theorists about at the moment, and those conspiracy theorists are increasing by number every day. They may not know everything about what's going on, but they certainly are aware that something is quite wrong. Now, I'm just looking at myself on camera at the moment, which is unusual and striking me with great fear. But the sun's in a certain position where it looks like I am AI generated. Unfortunately, I'm not. So anyway, there you go. Now, in regards to Iran, what we need to remember is that Barack Obama did send 1.7 billion in cash. It's also the noted about the Uranium One deal. That's a very interesting one that you need to remember. So keep that in mind as all of this stuff rolls out, so to speak. I'm trying to keep my face out of the sun here. So yeah. Now, the Home Office have just published a report in the Express newspaper, and they've just now worked out that migrant data is going to shock you. Not us, I'm afraid. The data shows that criminals, gang members, rapists and mentally ill people have been flooding into the country, along the lines of also crime data, fraud, and basically an unfunded social services situation that has been letting these people in. That's an interesting one. But anyway, well done, the Home Office. It's only just taken a fucking 5 or 6 years, but we got there in the end. Now, meanwhile, Pam Bondi has been called to prayer at Congress. Don't forget, of course, that the UK is mirroring the US of A. So we told you it was coming. All you've got to do is watch what's happening in the United States, and that will shortly be happening within the UK. Now, Pam Bondi has been called to prayer, not, of course, at Trafalgar Square with Sadiq Khan and King Charles, but no, she's been called to prayer in Congress with, of course, over the Epstein case. So this is quite an interesting thing. Are we also going to see Kash Patel, maybe? Maybe we might see Jared Kushner. Maybe we might see Mr. Witkoff. Who knows? So we'll wait and see. So apparently the Iran war was started on the say-so of Jared Kushner and Stevie Witkoff. So we know that Donald Trump keeps his enemies close and his friends even closer. So let's wait and see. What else have we got? Now, Joe Kent is Director of National Counterterrorism. He's on the Trump team. He resigned yesterday after Donald Trump had signed an executive order in regards to corruption. So that was quite an interesting one to see there. Along with Pam Bondi, that fits in quite well with the narrative. So Joe Kent, keep your eye on that. Now, I think that when Joe resigned, what he forgot to use was the right word. I think that Joe Kent was arrested. That's what I think. I might be wrong, and if I am, I will, of course, admit it. But let's wait and see. Paddy's Day yesterday. Not sure whether we're allowed to say Paddy, but to me that's not an offensive word. It's just another word to describe St. Patrick's Day. The Irish people were always known as Paddies. You know, that's just how it is. It's not offensive. I just think it's pretty normal, to be honest. But anyway, so for yesterday, to all of our Irish friends, happy St. Patrick's Day. Now, last night, I witnessed an incredible sight last night, and it's not very often I talk about this. We just happen to be situated in a very unpolluted light area, which means that a lot of cities get a lot of light pollution, so you can't see fuck all that's going on in the sky. Well, we're in the middle of the North Yorkshire, well, we're on the edge of the North Yorkshire moors, so we don't actually get very much light pollution. And last night, I was pretty surprised to see the amount of activity up in the skies. Now, if you look up and you just sort of scan the skies, you will notice that stars are moving at an incredible rate. Now, you can always tell whether or not it's an aeroplane, because an aeroplane will have flashing lights on it, whether or not that's red or white. But these are solid lights, and they are moving across the sky. And, incredible speeds. There was a plane took off from Teesside Airport. Now, that's very close to me, about 20 miles. And they climb up into the western sky, and then, of course, they carry on the flight paths. Now, last night, as I was watching these lights moving, I counted probably in excess of 25. I've never seen it before. Normally you get one or two in a period of, I don't know, maybe 15 to 20 minutes. But this was 25 plus in the same period. And interestingly enough, they were all heading eastwards. So I got the map out and I had a quick look. Where's east? And, of course, that takes us to, of course, Iran and Persia. Now, you may argue that they were just military planes or normal planes, but a normal plane flies at round about 400 or 500 miles an hour. So as the plane from the Teesside rose up into the night sky, and I was watching it because you could see the flashing lights, these objects were way above the standard plane, and they were traveling at twice the speed. So they were leaving the aircraft at 2 to 3 times the speed that the aircraft was traveling at. So it was actually very interesting to watch. And it is actually the first time I've actually seen that amount of lights moving across the sky. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get myself off. I've got a really busy day. I made some plans yesterday. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to change them because it's going to be busy. I don't think I'm going to get everything done that I need to get done. Anyway, listen, ladies and gentlemen, you all have a great day. Enjoy yourself. Sorry about the AI manipulation on my face. It's due to the sun. So anyway, take care. Have a great day. we will see you all again later on. And yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting.